Hello everyone, good afternoon. Thanks for joining. So
Hi, all.
today, as you all know, hello. So today, as you all know, that we have one exciting session that is on the Next.js application enhancement with Sitecore CDP. So we have with us Devanshi and Garima. Uh, and they will follow us. They will take us to the journey about the Next.js application, how we can use it to the uh, Sitecore CDP. So to you, Devanshi and Garima, start.
Let me share my screen. Hope my screen is visible to you.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. So, me and Devanshi is presenting on Next.js application enhancement with Sitecore CDP. So, we will cover about Sitecore CDP portal, what are the objects about it, and how you can connect with your real-time web application. So, let's jump into that, and we have something about myself. So, I have 26 years of experience in web development, 3 in Sitecore. I have some Sitecore certifications. And being an extrovert, I always love to connect and meet people. So you can connect me on my LinkedIn. So on that note, let's get information about my colleague.
Yeah, hi all. Thanks Kolkata for inviting us. We have received this great opportunity to present our session with the whoever is joining here. And I hope it will give overall insights on this topic, Sitecore CDP, with the Next.js integration. Few things about me. I'm Devanshi Kakade, working as a senior DX engineer at Horizontal Vadodara, India. I have total 8 years of experience, and out of 6, I'm at Horizontal for the 6 years. You can find my blogs at Tech Insights by Devanshi. You can find my profile on the LinkedIn given here. I'm certified XM Cloud developer, Sitecore 10.9, and CDP and personalized developer. Let's go with the agenda, which is of today. What is Sitecore CDP? What is Sitecore CDP and its architecture? Integration of NextJs with Sitecore CDP, feature of Next.js, and the demo. First 2 topics will be covered by me, and the next 3 topics will be covered by Garima. Here, before moving to Sitecore CDP, let's talk about what is CDP and its capabilities. So there are a couple of things that CDP should suffice. CDP means Customer Data Platform. As Gartner says, it should be able to collect the data from the various sources such as websites, CRM, APIs. Once you have data, you can the CDP should be able to do profile unification. Profile unification can be done based on some identity rules. It could be email or any unique identifier. Then once you have data collected and profile unification on that data, you can perform a segmentation. That segmentation means you are making a group of people or customer, and on that segment, you can perform some activity. Let's say you can provide offer, you can run the email campaign, something like that. And last is that whenever you are performing such activity, that is called email campaign or such kind of, that is called activation. So your CDP should suffice all of this capability. By these capabilities, at the end, business will be able to recognize the 360-degree view of the customer. Now, let's talk about Sitecore CDP. Here we have the full architecture of Sitecore CDP. Sitecore CDP is a, you can say, it provides a better capability to, you say, behavior and transactional data of the customer. Here you can ingest data, customer data in Sitecore CDP through various entries. We have 3 entry points to ingest customer data in the CDP. First one is stream API. For example, user is visiting a website, they perform searches, they go to different pages, they view some products, they add some products to cart, they provide that their identity through emails or something like that. Such kind of information can be ingested into CDP using the stream API. Next, we have the REST API. REST APIs are mainly we are configuring with the web apps and the native mobile apps, where we are making the APIs. Those APIs are consumed by the native mobile app. Here, what we can do, we can let's say we can perform or manage CRUD operation on the orders and the customer. Then the next is the batch API. In the batch API, let's assume you have some legacy system, legacy CRM, where you have a couple of records of customer you have. Now you want to import all of those thousands or lakhs of records in the CDP. You can make a use of batch API. Through REST and batch API, you can manage customer and orders. Finally, once you have customer data in the CDP, you can perform the batch segmentation, and you can also export the report of analytics through the CDP data. There is only one way to get your CDP data, which is already sanitized, through audience sync. Through audience sync, you can get your data and use it somewhere else at the third-party system. This is all about the Sitecore CDP architecture. Here we'll talk about the main data objects inside Sitecore CDP. The main object is the guest. Guest is who is interact with your website. The website could be HTML website, or it could be a Next website, it could be a React or MVC website, any website. So whenever guest is interacting with your website or web application, that is known as a guest. Here we have not identified guest yet if he or she has provided their identification information. Here, whoever interacting with the website, that is known as a guest. Here, guest can have a multiple session and guest can have a multiple orders. Here, session contains multiple events and order contains multiple order lines. For example, I would say I'm browsing a website on the home page. There's a one session is created for my home page. Okay. Whenever I'm visiting home page, that event is triggered inside the session. And whenever I'm placing any orders, my orders will have order lines. Let's say I'm purchasing one product at one purchase at a one order. That means my one order has one order line. If I'm purchasing two orders in one order, then I have two order lines. Like that. These objects are very flexible and extensible. You can, let's say Sitecore CDP provides out-of-the-box properties for all of these objects. You can also add your extension properties inside this. Let's say if you are using CDP for any flight booking system, okay, in that case, apart from guest first name, last name, their address, you will have extra information. Let's say the customer PNR number, you can say flight booking ID or something like that, or airline which they are preferring. Such kind of thing you can also add as extension to these objects. Then let's talk about the integration with Sitecore CDP. We have already visited our architecture diagram of Sitecore CDP. We talked about the stream API, batch API, and the REST API. In this session, we will mainly focus on the stream API only, as we are using this API to track our users or customers' behavior and transactional record. Okay, so we'll mainly focus on the stream API in this session. Okay, through online Stream API is used when you want to capture data online. Let's say customer or guest is visiting any booking flow. In during that time, we are recording customers' interest in the CDP. Such kind of thing can be trackable using the Stream API. Apart from that, Stream API is able to support multiple synchronous calls. We are able to send write-only data. Let's say when we are pushing events to Sitecore CDP through Stream API, hence we are writing the data. Okay. Then Stream API processes structured data. That means the data objects which we just saw, guest, events, orders, those have some kind of structure which is provided by CDP. So we have to write the objects in that structured way. Okay. We talked about it captures the online events, the behavioral events, right? Such kind of thing. We'll go through the building blocks of CDP. I'll quickly go to CDP portal. Here you see I'm logged into portal.sitecorecloud.io. I have organization assigned and I'm the admin of this organization. I have the access to CDP application. Once you click on this CDP, just click on the open app, you will be able to land on the CDP dashboard. Here, once you are on the CDP dashboard, you will be able to see a couple of menus to navigate. The guest, batch segments, audience export, dashboard, and the library. Here in this session, we'll mainly focus on the guest. The batch segment is used to perform the segmentation. Audience export is when you want to perform some activity from the business point of view. Once your data in CDP, at that time you will use audience export. The dashboard is useful to see the 360-degree view of your customers inside the inside this point of sale. So I'll go to guest. Here, see, once I load on this guest, I'm able to see total 3.811 guests are present. Out of that, 332 are customers. These are retired and these are the visitors. Here, these are the all guests. The guest means whoever is identified or unidentified. All of these are all guests. Customer is those who have provided their identification information. Identifier could be email, for example, or you can say any unique number which is uniquely identifying your customer. Then retired means the let's say it is the merged profile. You will be not able to see this retired customer. And visitor is who is visiting your website but have currently they haven't provided their email identification or any personally identifier information. When you land on this guest, the default will be guest type is customer. Then there are a couple of as well, traveler and visitor. Let me open one of the guest. This is my guest. The guest type is customer as I have already identified myself using my email ID. And we have configured the system where email ID is our personally identifier information. Here you see the overview of this customer, my customer, where it is presenting the last scene, the last order, the first scene. Then I have spent total order amount here. My average spent in this, my total orders, the life cycle. There are 3 stages of life cycle: retain, convert. Not recalling the third one. But there's a convert detail and the acquire. Then there's a heat map. It will show where by which time is comfortable for me wherever I'm using the website. Then the channel activity. Which channel am I using to access the website? Am I using the web, mobile web, or mobile application, or email? Then what is the preferred device whenever I'm interacting with the website? Then it shows the daily device usage. Then it will show if I'm as a part of any segments or not. Currently, I'm not part of any segments. Then here you will be able to see the recent orders if you have placed any. Let me go to timeline. So here you see the timeline. There is a session. Whenever you are interacting with the website, there will be a session triggered, and that session will have a multiple events. Let's say this is the session. I've interacted through the web. I was using the desktop device, and this was my browser. My system has this operating system. This is my website and the views. If you want to see events inside this session, just click on the view session details. Here you will be able to see the events for my user. Here I visited the home page, I visited the product page. Then I provided my personally identifier information, which is I provided my email ID. So I was converted from visitor to customer at this point. Then I've again viewed the home page. I've added product to my cart. Such kind of events are recorded in this session. As we saw, the guest has multiple sessions. Here you can see the multiple session, first, second, third. So we have multiple sessions. Then if I have placed any orders, those will be listed here. Here you see the order time, order reference, order status, the type of channel which I've used during placing the order, number of quantities I've added into order. So this order has only one order line, as the number of quantity is one here, and the price of the order. And lastly, we have a property of this guest. Here I can provide the basic information about myself, or we can capture the basic information about the customer from website through the Stream API. Here the contact information, basic information will have gender, first name, last name, and the other details. Here you can also specify the additional information, as I've already explained in our previous slide, that let's say I'm using the flight booking system, and in that case I want to add the extra properties apart from these properties. Okay, so such kind of extension properties are we can add. We can add maximum 5 number of extensions. I have one of the user where I can show you the properties which are already added. Let me find that user, and I'll show you like before our demo ends. I think that's it from my side to cover from the demo, which was we mainly talked about the building blocks of Sitecore CDP. Next is Sitecore Engage SDK, that will be covered by Garima. Hand over to Garima.
So what we have seen is the Sitecore CDP. Now we'll see how we will send our data from our web application. It can be Next, it can be React, or a simple HTML application. So before going to that, So Engage SDK interaction based on web application. So web application, we can send two ways. One is Stream API, one is REST API. So if you are using Engage SDK, it is a Stream API. You can send your information from your Stream API. HTTP websites are usually used for the REST APIs, the CRUD operations. You can say your main APIs which updates your order or data. That in that case you will use your HTTP. Engage SDK will be a line of code. We will help you to configure and connect with your Sitecore CDP. So let's see what options we have in that. So we have two options. One is script, one is package. So script have a line of codes. Usually it works with JavaScript. Wherever you have JavaScript or your HTML websites, it's number of code and which connect with, you will have your configurations and will connect with your Sitecore CD. And this works mainly with Sitecore script plus GTM and only script. Now, if we go to the package, it's the same line of code, but they convert it to the NPM packages. Of course, it is way more easier to use those line of code to just download your package and it will be install your code, and you just need to pass some parameters and it will connect those event in your system. So package is, let's go. We have React and Next. In this session, we will be mainly focusing on the Next. So before going to the code of Next, and let's understand what is Next.js. So it is a technology currently which is good in the market. In fact, Sitecore is also working mean on front-end technology. They are going towards the headless structure. So Next.js is one of those technologies. So we have some features. Routing is one of the feature of your web application, and Next.js handles it very good. So you don't have any issue while routing in the Next.js application. Then we have SSR, SSG, and ISR. So these three are the types of pages renders whenever you whenever you hit your website. So SSR is your server side rendering. So that pages renders when your server hit. SSG is static pages. So it renders when you build your websites. So it will not change. There are those pages which do not changes. They are static, so that they can increase your performance. And ISR are the type of SSG, but you can change your data dynamic. Of course, if you have any web application, CSS should be supported. So Next support all type Tailwind, Bootstrap, all type of CSS. Image optimization. It increases your performance when your image is optimized on your web developer or while loading your website. And of course, API routes is same as your file-based routing. Before, let's not discuss more about theory. Let's go what Devanshi has explained. So let's look at the eyes of web. This is a same portal which I have opened, and we have created, we both have worked on Versal app. We both are from backend background. We've mainly worked on .NET and Sitecore, but as Horizontal is providing cross trainings, we are now learning towards Next. We are growing towards that, going towards the full stack developer. So this is my Versal app, and if I open it, so as Devanshi already suggested it or told this time I have not logged in. So my user is not identified. I'm currently a visitor, a customer came to this profile. So what I have done for demo purpose, I have console that browser ID. This is my browser ID. So new session is created when the page is hit. We have CDP integrated here. And when I go to the guest, just need to copy this BID. And I'll just copy this into here. So you can see now the guest type is visitor. And email is unknown because that is currently on my services viewing the pages and everything. They have not added anything. So if I show you, okay, if you don't see the event properties, there can be reason you have not opened the debug. In production, make sure you do not open this feature. This is for debugging the dev or UAT site, so you can check your events. So I have viewed the home page, and that's why it is showing this visitor. So what I'll do, I'll create a guest from my system. So at that time also, let me just register it. So this will fire an event, identity event, and will find, and for our case, our email IDs are our identifier. Just register it. So this will creating a user in my database as well as in the guest profile. So now if I go back and onto the guest list, it will create that specific user. And if you see the session of it, which already Devanshi, so that session is now converted. So if you see that user had viewed the home page, then it registered, so guest is identified, and it again viewed the home page. So what Devanshi has explained about session, we are just showing it with your real-time web application, how this synchronize happen between your web application and your CDP portal. Okay. So this is about, if you have any question or any doubt, please write in chat. We will answer after this whole demo. So let's go to him. So let's add a watch or add a item in cart. So let's add a cart. Okay. Product is added to. So you can see your real-time data. So when I refresh it, refreshing. Sorry. Okay, so it is refreshing. Now you can see the mobile app web, and if you see the event, this watch is added. So you can see the name as well. I have added this blue metallic. You see blue metallic. So watch name is added. In fact, the type also, and you can see the session. So in this specific session, they have added a watch. Yet order is not created because it is not confirmed. Make sure the flow should be same. It should be add and then check and with add, then you have to confirm the thing and then check out. If you confirm and then add, it will not work. The flow should be same, and then only the data will be passed. So if I check out, I'll just add some details. And now we'll just refresh it. So now the confirm this event is also fired. We will show you that how it will work. So this is confirm product and cart and confirm type. And I'll just place an order. So it will complete a flow, which is add, confirm and checkout, and create an order in your Sitecore CDP. So this is, and let's refresh it. Okay. So this is how it created. If I go to the event viewer, we will have the checkout. So add, confirm checkout, and the order line is created with same value. Okay, this is about your full flow from a bundle website. Okay, let's go to the how this work on the project side. So first of all, you just need to install that package. So how you need to, it is already added in the Sitecore documentation for Next.js. Just open it. So this is official Sitecore documentation, and they are added the information about how to add that. So this is how you can add that. Let me just, okay. npm install Sitecore image. When you hit this specific command, it will add those packages in your package.config and it will add the data. Now, one of the important thing you need to add is, one second, let me show you the session. Okay, so first thing first, you need to configure your engage.js. It is engage.js. So let me show the structure. So it is pages, and then we have APIs. So there you need to configure. This is the main chunk, or you say main code, which connect your CDP with your current website. This will connect, this will load that file, and it will connect every event. Make sure you use env variables everywhere, wherever you passing your client key, target URL, or point of sale. Two reasons. First one is you do not need to add everywhere, no misspell or something. It's going to be at one place only. You can use whenever in your application. Second is if you have, for example, dev and UAT, you will be having sandbox, and for production you will be having a client document. So you can manage that from your version only. You do not need to add in your code and then go. You just need to manage on your production version and it will manage from there. So good practice, best practice, one of the next is use environment variables. So client key, target URL, you will get all from Sitecore CDP, your company information, and this will add it. Now let's go to the index.js. In Next, the index.js is the home page. This is some next information which we have learned. So this is a home page. If you see, we have used use effect and pass that view event. And this is the event name. So I have said already, this backend logic is there in the package. We do not need to check anything. We just need to call this page view event and pass some parameters, and it will automatically add those in event in your Sitecore CDP. So channel, currently I have passed web. You can manage according to your business requirements which channel you want to use. Then currency and page home. This and I have console at browser ID. This code snippet you can add on your every page wherever you want to know that this user has viewed this specific page. Just need to copy paste this and change the name of page. So you can use same code and view the page. Now this is about view event. Let's go to the identity event. Yeah, so this is your event data. This is your extension data and event. So if you see, it's engage.identity. You just need to find which event is added. If it is engage.page view, engage.event, engage.custom events, and pass those data. So let's see what is in the event data. Channel, currency, and point of sale. Then we have language. Page name is register. Name and email. These two are the properties because we need a unique identity. And then these are the identifier which Devanshi mentioned that it should be a unique identifier. So we have used ID as email, and provider is basically your verifier. You can verify it. So it is a specific custom value. You can say that provider, okay, this coming from this website. Okay, now this user coming from this web variable. So the double security. One is this identifier and second is your provider. And we have extension data as well. In some cases, if you think you created a user in your local database or another database as well, you want that ID to be stored in Sitecore CDP for segmentation or another information. So you can send that also with your extension data so that you can verify it whenever you create a segmentation. And this will add a guest, and it will add a guest in Sitecore CDP. This is about register and product. And let's go to any of the item which we have. And so let's see in the index only. So you have seen I have added a add to card handler. So let's go there. So in this home page, I have a button called add to cart. When I click on this button, it will add that card, add that item into the guest profile. So let's see the code of that. So I have add to cart handler. Section there. So if you see the structure, it is going to be same. And data, event data, and extension data. Both things you can pass here. Event data and extension data. Now the engage.event. So now you are specifying your event. Here, if you see, it is engage.identity. If you pass engage.event in bracket sorry, it is in quotation, you will pass your identity. It will work same. This is for custom event. If you want any another custom event also, you can add that here, and that will add in your Sitecore. Here, these things are going to be same, your page, your products, and everything. This is some values, like you can add your name, your item ID, or product ID, or you can say your currency information. So information you want to held in your order, because this is going to get according to our data. So now if I edit for reference ID, you see this reference ID in the, I show you. You can see this reference ID in the order reference, order underscore blue metal. So this is your reference ID. Why to add it? Because if you want another case of data, for example, confirm, then this reference ID is going to be used. In order also, this reference ID is going to be used. I think you can mute yourself if we can. So this is about add. Same function, if you see, same will be in confirm and same in checkout with the engage.event. Do we have any another questions? If not, let's show you how this both things work. Sessions. So this user which I have created from here, this my Google Chrome, I'll use another browser. So another session will be added in same user. So I'll just go there. So if you see currently, there's one open session because I'm working on it. And if I refresh it, okay, I'll go to the timeline. The session is open. Next, what I'll do, I'll just copy this URL. This is the my user, and I'll go to my Edge, another browser, and I'll just log in from here. So the browser changed, so session is also changed. And if I add to cart, and I'll again go to guest profile. Let's refresh it. And let's find that candidate. Now you can see the view homepage, and as we have same browser, I need to, I think, change to different incognito window than the same browser. So you can see if you are using the same system, the browser will be same. And if I go to the So as we have a new incognito window, new section will be added. So I'll add this one. I'll go back to my test profile and just refresh it. Because our session is still open in one browser, that's the reason it is taking from single all the browsers. Because our session is still open, it is taking from that. Do we have anything to add, Devanshi?
So, what's next? Once you have integrated your application with the CDP, what can we do next is after the integration, we can build the segments. As we already discussed this point in our previous slide, using the segment, we can perform some activity. You can use those segments to run the campaign, can do personalization, you can perform the A/B testing as well. And you can activate your audience in the external system. That means once you have CDP data which is sanitized, you can use those data inside a third-party system through which you can, I think, generate the report. For example, you can generate the Power BI report. And you can also view the customer data in the analytic dashboard, and you can get the 360-degree view of your customer. I think that's all we had to cover. And the one point which was left from my side regarding the data extension property on the guest, which is guest. I'm not able to find it. Just yeah, I wanted. Properties. So this is the user Ray @gmail.com. Here, out of the box properties are available, and along with that, you can see the additional information which we can insert in the CDP through the REST API and the batch API as well. Here you can see we can add maximum 5 extension group where you can provide the information based as the business require. That's it from our side to cover. Anyone has any question? Can we see the chat if someone has any question?
Yeah, we have a couple of questions there. One is from Sasank. Are we installing any watcher to watch the events?
We are not installing any watcher. Sashanka, can you elaborate it more?
Yeah, hi everyone. So actually, I wanted to ask, like, we use the watcher, right, to watch any kind of events that we fire, right? So the events that we are getting here, like the add to cart, and then for the deliverables, right? Like it is delivered or not. So are we having any watchers to have these events getting watched?
These are the Susan. So these are the events out of the box provided by the Sitecore CDP. Add, view, identity, such kind of events. Once you install your package in the code, for example, we have the Next application. Okay, here once we are installing this package and we make a use of such kind of event, by using this event, we are able to insert this event in the Sitecore CDP whenever user interacts on this page, and this event will be triggered.
Yeah, okay. So it's out of the box functionality, right?
Yeah, this is the out of the box.
That's a advantage of having packages instead of.
Sorry. One more question, like suppose we use the content hub, we want to import our images and the product from the content hub to the commerce catalogs, and then from the catalogs we want to use it in this CDP. So is it possible?
Yes, you can use the commerce catalog, which you can use Sitecore Commerce, or you can use any other thing which has the commerce functionality. Once you have commerce products at your website, you can get the data through Stream API inside the Sitecore CDP. So that is possible. So Sitecore
That
CDP
means
is
the
flexible.
JSON data, right? Like the
Yes, JSON
JSON
data.
we use, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
I think Arjun also have some
Thank you,
questions.
Sanka. Arjun has one question. Are these contact facets as we have in XP, means X Connect?
In the properties. Yeah.
Yeah, this is true. You can also consider this contact as a Sitecore contact, which is present in the Sitecore XP, such kind of, where you have a contact related information, which we can use like more in the personalization, such kind.
Okay, so you need to like if we have the custom facets, then we need to create it, and we need to install those in the Xconnect as well. So how these properties gets added to the contact for the user or the guest, whatever term you want it.
Arjun, can you please come again?
Yes, how you have attached those properties to those guests.
Yeah.
Are they configurable or how?
Yes, those are configurable. So we have processed the events as of now. The out of the box CDP contact with such kind of information. You see, email is out of the box. As we have registered with the email ID, it is presented here. But if you want to configure other details with this customer, you can make use of REST API or Batch API, through which you can perform the operation on the guest.
Okay, thank you.
So Arjun, to elaborate more, the guest object data model that we have, it has extensions, and if you look at it in background, it is basically JSON. And these properties are as simple as key value pairs that we require for any given business. So these key value pairs can be configured as and when required, as many as required, as extensions. So there are like ext0, ext1, ext2, such 5 extensions are available. You can configure it in those particular extension groups.
So here you can see for this guest.
I think your screen is not sure if it is just me.
Yes, can see.
Yeah, available now. Yep.
Yeah, if you say this is the guest or customer which is identified, and I can see the guest properties as in the more extensible form using this feature flag there you see, and the data extension here. I haven't added any extra property for this guest, and so we can see the JSON detail of this guest in this form.
Correct.
I think
Cool.
Sandra had
Thanks,
some questions. Simran, you had that Sitecore CDP is using MongoDB, right? So that is inside of Sitecore CDP that is handled by Sitecore CDP. What is the out of the box is we will send it is in the form of JSON, and then Sitecore CDP automatically add that into the database. That information is not sure that a MongoDB is using or not. And for the node version, the latest version is added. I think 16, above 16 is used. But for more confirmation, you can check on the Sitecore documentation. They have mentioned that this version of SDK will be compatible with this specific node version.
Okay, thank you. But I don't find much detail on the version compatibility of any Sitecore product. Which node version they should use. They just mention the latest version. I don't find any specific compatibility table for the node version.
Okay. Yeah, but I think more than 16 is the I have used with current SDK. So it should be more than 16. I think 16 is duplicated, so you can go with the 18 as well. Okay. Can we get guest data or customer data at the client side through API?
Can we get the guest data and customers data at the client side through API or any other way? Yes, through API we can get it. Currently we have not covered that flow in our demo. We have just used the Stream API. As we saw, Stream API is what you can see. You can put the data inside Sitecore CDP. Through Stream API, you cannot get the data. To get the data, you need to make a use of REST API. You can write a code in the API layer in your backend system. I hope, Shivan, that that answers your question.
Shivam, you are good? Any other question? Any further question?
Okay, me
Okay.
and Devanshi both on LinkedIn, and we write about Sitecore CDP about this next only. So if you want to connect or want to read something on that blog, you can follow any of us blog. We will write on that specific topic only.
I believe that's all. Thank you, Garima and Devanshi, for the wonderful session. And thanks everyone for joining.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
We will share the video to the YouTube.
Thanks all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everyone.
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks, guys. Bye.